everyone, and welcome back to the Sawyer Station Eddy Out. My name is Zach, and I'm with Sawyer Paddles and Oars, and we're taking an eddy out once a week just to do a little bit of a deep dive into a lot of your questions, and I'm really trying to just help the ordering process. Sawyer Station, just like many businesses around the country, we're short-staffed. We don't have somebody who's just sitting there to answer your every single phone call. So what we're trying to do is just put together a little bit of a database for you to use as a resource. The Eddy Out is a little moment that we take every week, just kind of dive into a few questions that we've had over the week and over the last couple months on a couple of our products. First of all, before we get too far into the key things that we're going to discuss today, I do want to remind you that we do have on our website the quick ship feature. There's actually two different features in the quick ship: Express, which basically will ship in 2-day FedEx, and then quick ship basic, which is just really says that this is available. It'll be processed in a couple days and ship out to you. That does update all the time. So, please go and check that out and, kind of make sure you know what's on the quick ship so that you can actually get some things shipped to you quickly to help you get your trip set up. Also, we do want to just remind everybody that if you call in and you leave a message, please leave a detailed message because we will call you back. If we can't answer the call, that usually means that somebody is in the store, and those are the folks that definitely get top priority. And the quick ship basically shows you what is available, ready to ship. If it's not on the quick ship, it's going to be assembled to order. And so if you're trying to find out a detailed question, leave a detailed message and we can get back to you. Also, a reminder, take advantage of our instant messenger on the website. If you're on the website already and you're shopping, instant messenger is down in that right-hand corner. Click on that. We do have sales associates around the country that are monitoring that. And you can just shoot us a couple quick texts and you might get the answers that you need to be able to get your order placed and get the right item that you're looking for. So those are just a couple reminders that we will always remind you to here on the Eddy Out, because we're taking that time and we want to remind you that we want to help you out. Now, the things we're going to dive into today is one, just accessories and kind of all the Sawyer kind of tools of the trade that we have on our website. And really the main one that I'm going to jump into is really just Oarlocks, Oarlock sizes, and bushings, because that's where we get a lot of different questions. And with a lot of the different boat packages that are out there, there's a lot of small boats, and small boat frames typically are taking a 1/2-inch Oarlock versus the standard Oarlocks that are taking a 5/8 bushing. So I want to kind of dive into that real quick and give you a few examples. First of all, on the website, we basically have two exact sizes of the bushing. 5/8 is the standard. That fits into pretty much all of your multi-day frames, all your larger boats that actually require a bushing. If it's a downriver molded aluminum or an NRS molded aluminum oar stand, that does not accept a bushing. So you're not going to be putting a 5/8 bushing in those molded cast of aluminum. So this is primarily for a socket that is accepting a bushing, and then once you put the bushing in there, that's your 5/8 diameter for your Oarlock. The 1/2-inch bushing, if you're wanting to actually minimize the size of your shank, the 1/2-inch bushing will fit inside the 5/8 bushing. So the ID is a 1/2-inch, the OD is 5/8, and it fits right inside the 5/8. So you can make that modification if you're looking to actually put a 1/2-inch Oarlock into a 5/8 shank. So see how that roughly goes. This is our Oarlock block here. This is our standard 5/8 shank. This is our standard 5/8 Oarlock. and it fits in there just fine like that. But we want to actually minimize this. We've got a small little boat. We've got this same socket on here. So we basically just take and put that 1/2 inch bushing in there. That would fit down inside there. If they're a little snug, just tap it into place, bang it in there, because basically it's going to stay in there for a while. And then you are ready to receive a 1/2 inch mini Cobra. So hopefully that's helpful. We get quite a few questions on that. The 1/2 inch and the 5/8 bushings are on the website, on the accessories, and that's something you want to take advantage of. Another little piece that we have is that we do offer a shim kit. The shim kit is basically made if you're trying to change the geometry of your oar tower. You can basically, it comes with 3 different pieces. You can cut those down, but basically the shim kit's going to make it so you can raise up that Oarlock location, and that's going to change the geometry in your cockpit of your rowing system, and that's just going to give you a much better fine tuning of your rowing system. So bushings, shims, and Oarlocks, take advantage of that. Those are all on the quick ship, ready to ship at any time. So, you know, make that order, and hopefully we can help you outfit up your frame, Oarlocks, or bushings. All right. Now we also today want to dive into composite oars. We have several different composite oars, and we want to give you kind of the overall view of our composite oars and what oars work best for what situation. Now, if you're basically looking on price point, we would recommend the Polecat shaft with the Duramax blade. If you're looking to kind of move up a little bit more, you can get the MX shaft and then a series of blades. You can still get the Duramax blade, or you could actually go up to a higher end blade. So we're going to kind of dive into that just a little bit. So price point, Polecat shaft. This is our complete fiberglass shaft. We normally sell it with a rope wrap and stop, but if you want, you can get a stopper sleeve on this. Changes the price by just a few dollars, but some folks like that simplicity. But mostly all of our Polecats come with a rope wrap and stop. That's how they're most of the time ordered on our website. Now, Polecats can actually come in a few different colors. You can get them in blue, you can get them in black, you can get them in yellow, you can get them in white. Those are only basic colors that they come in, and that is our more price point or shaft. Now with the Polecat, just like all of our other composite oars, it comes with a standard grip and not a counterbalance grip, but you can put a counterbalance on a Polecat. And folks say, well, why would I put a counterbalance on the Polecat? You put a counterbalance on if you're looking at actually adjusting your swing weight. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But basically, you can put a counterbalance in. It would look exactly the same, except it has an internal weight in it. Now, with all of our full-size composites, you can also do an upgrade to a Gilman Grip. You might have seen the Gilman Grips out there. They're basically a fully ergonomic grip, and pretty much is going to fit per hand. And you can basically get these upgraded into your shafts. It does make a difference on your oars that they become right and left side oars. So if you're ordering a Gilman Grip, you can only order 2 at a time. So you can only, if you're getting a set of 3 oars, you can only get 2 upgraded Gilman Grips. The 3rd oar needs to be a standard grip. For that very reason, if you actually had Gilman Grips on your Polecats, you're on a multi-day trip, and you break that shaft, have some episode, then you go to replace it, you can't really guarantee that it was the right side or the left side, and it's not real easy to change those out. We have had some folks that, yes, they order 2 upgraded Gilman grips, a 3rd oar with a standard grip, and then an extra pair of Gilman grips. That's a little bit more than most folks are willing to do. We recommend, just if you're going to get your spare, get the spare as just a standard oar grip, and then you can make that change maybe in camp. You can make that change when you get off the river. But once again, Gilman grips only come in pairs, so you got to upgrade just for 2. You can't upgrade for 3. You can't upgrade for 5. All right. Now, moving up from the polecat, we do have the MX series. So the MX series is our primary whitewater series. We have a lot of outfitters that run the MXs. The MX series is an 1 5/8" diameter, and it has a multi-directional triax weave of fiberglass reinforcing in that shaft. So it's quite a bit stiffer. It's going to have a little bit stiffer flex than a polecat, and it'll actually make a little bit of a difference when you get to that longer length. You know, polecats work really good, I'd say from 8.5 to 9, 9.5. But if you're going to a 10-foot, 10.5, or 11-foot oar, we recommend going to the MX, MXS, and the MXL are the 2 different lines. Just a side note there, MXS is the standard size. That is an 1 5/8". That's what fits all of our competitors' blades. And that is basically what you can run as a standard. MXLs are large diameter. They're primarily sold to outfitters. And if you're buying an MXL, you already know you have MXLs, and that is a very specific piece. So for the everyday person, if you're running just a set of oars for your multi-day trip and private usage, MXS is what you want to get. And then one other part in the MX line is the Mxsg. The Mxsg is a full carbon fiber weave, and that is actually the stiffest oar we make. And so some folks that are running really big, heavy boats like that real stiff oar, so they've got that posi drive pull. If you're getting the Mxsg, we do recommend that with like the Dynalite XD. Have a very stiff oar with a nice heavy duty blade, and that's going to give you a real powerful push when you're working through like a 16-foot gearboat or something like that. So that's pretty much our composite line: polecats, MXS, and Mxsgs. All right. If you got any questions on that, put some comments down. We'll take a little deep dive in the next section of Eddy Out. And before I let everybody go today, we do want to just remind you that we have a few other items that are on quick ship that we want to kind of add into your repertoire and make sure you're aware of. And just wanted to make sure everybody was aware that we have some really nice, quick little soft coolers for your kayaks, and also work great for like a day trip rafting. Soft coolers are really nice when you're actually in the raft and you get thrown around a bit. So we do have a wide variety of soft coolers in our quick ship. Add those into your order and get out on the water. That's been the Sawyer Station Eddy Out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the river.